we still faithful. I'ma put it all on the table. We forever faithful. Yeah, we still faithful.
It's the morning of Super Bowl 59, and I know that San Francisco 49ers fans want nothing to do with talking about the game. Luckily, we have some 49ers breaking news this morning, courtesy of Ian Rapoport of NFL Network, who put out a tweet this morning stating that according to sources, the San Francisco 49ers are expected to explore a trade of wide receiver Deebo Samuel this offseason. Now, if you've been listening to the channel, this shouldn't come as a shock. We recently discussed a report from Larry Krueger who stated, according to a realtor he knew in the Bay Area, Deebo Samuel's Morgan Hill home has been put on the market. And not only that, as of a year ago, the 49ers were openly trying to trade Deebo Samuel right around the time of the NFL draft. So this shouldn't come as any news, especially coming off of the season that Deebo Samuel had in 2024, from getting in fights with teammates on the sideline to complaining about his usage on Twitter, only to go into a game and have one of the worst games of his career that same weekend. Deebo Samuel's stock couldn't be any lower, so if we're talking a trade for 49ers Deebo Samuel, I don't really know what the 49ers would expect to get in a return. However, I think it is far more likely that the 49ers will cut Deebo Samuel this offseason with a post-June 1st designation, due to the simple fact that if the 49ers were to trade Deebo Samuel, according to Spot Track, the 49ers would incur a dead cap hit of over $31 million, whereas if they cut Deebo Samuel with a post-June 1st designation, they would save roughly $5 million on the cap, and they would be able to spread that dead cap hit over the next two seasons. So I think it's far more palatable, far more realistic for the 49ers to cut Deebo Samuel this offseason with a post-June 1st designation. But according to Ian Rapoport, the 49ers are expected to try and trade Deebo Samuel. So we'll see what happens there. Never a dull moment if you're a San Francisco 49ers fan. The offseason is always crazy times, and here we are on Super Bowl Sunday. The game hasn't even kicked off yet, and the 49ers just can't help themselves. They have to be in the news cycle, and this is coming off John Lynch in his end of the season press conference with the 49ers having a very peculiar statement a month ago, and let me read it to you. He says, Deebo's under contract. He's a good player, and he's done a ton for this organization, and we're not in the business of letting good players out of here. Fast forward to a month later, and we have this report from Ian Rapoport, but I think the writing's been on the wall all along. And of course, John Lynch and the 49ers are not going to publicly, bash a player that maybe they're trying to trade. They're not going to tank his value willingly. So of course, John Lynch would say something like that. But here we are, Niner fans. Deebo Samuel's on the trade block. In my opinion, I think it's far more likely that he is cut post-June 1st. What do you think? What do you think Deebo Samuel's value is in a trade? What do you think that they should ultimately do? Let me know in the comments down below. Buckle up.